As many of you know, I've purchased a right-hand drive Nissan Skyline GT-R imported straight from Japan. Here's the story of how I drove it from Richmond, Virginia, more than 250 miles to my home in Philadelphia. It all started with a trip to Japanese Classics in Richmond, home of the people who imported my GT-R, and one of the coolest shops I've ever seen. And then I laid eyes on it for the very first time. Wow. So it was time to take a test drive.
Yes. It starts. That's about 50% of what I'm looking for. Okay. Hey, Chris, where's reverse?
Well, you think it'd be uncool driving this?
I don't know, I thought it would be like a maximum.
Really?
Yeah, it would be like a maximum. God, it's so disconcerting driving right-hand drive. The problem is I have no idea how fast I'm going, because this is in kilometers. And it feels like tight, which I miss. I really miss. So many cars today have such light steering. This thing is not like that. This thing, it's not that it's heavy, but it feels near connected, and I love that.
After a while, I was out on the open road, except...
It's kind of ironic that this car, one of the most powerful, fastest, most iconic Japanese cars of all time, happens to be located in Virginia, where they will jail you for even looking at the top half of your speedometer. My speedometer is also not exactly sure how fast I'm going.
So I took it slow and worried about things other than the driving experience.
Here's a fairly common problem. Turn signal. Turn signal. Turns out this car is only a 5-speed manual. Who knew? There's a bunch of Japanese writing on the sun visor. I wonder what I'm not supposed to do. Here's what it looks like to drive on the right. It's weird. Power locks. Power windows. Power mirrors. 25 years old, this thing's still better than a Versa. So far, it feels solid and stable, and the steering is so tight. It feels a lot like a Porsche, actually.
And then...
I'm an hour and a half outside DC, and we're already slowing down. Thanks, Obama.
But I made it to DC, where I was stopping for lunch.
Okay, now we're driving in DC. It's a little bit different than driving on the highway in the sense that I feel like I'm gonna die at every intersection, with no exceptions. Well, we're in DC, which means we're in traffic, and the car is doing fine. Temperature is exactly where you'd expect. Oil pressure, everything looks good. And we're inching. And we're inching. And we're inching. So we've been sitting in DC traffic now for a while. There's the Washington Monument.
After DC, I was ready to get back on the open road and test out the car, except...
And finally, Maryland.
But eventually the road did clear up, and that meant...
Wow. Doesn't feel like the Japanese cars I'm used to. This thing is no Maxima. I'll tell you that. It's fun to think that I'm one of the first people ever to do this on a American roads.
But there was still one last hurdle to clear before I got home.
It's toll time. Now I have Easy Pass, but unfortunately it fell over there somewhere in Delaware. So, hey, can you?
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's not that bad. You just need a helpful toll collector and really long arms.
And as the sun set, I finally made it back to Philadelphia. So my Skyline is here, and I'm excited to start driving it. Get ready for more videos in the coming weeks. Way more videos.